could change, add or take from, what would it be? Would you tell me? I was sitting here on this chair and pretended I don't care. Ribs torn by worry. Is this where the ending? Is this where the ending? Stars fall apart. The ocean don't bend. The water's getting in. I'm slowly sinking. Sounds water. I'm slowly sinking in salt water.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's a dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona, coming to you from sunny and hot, sunny Arizona. Thanks everybody for being here, and thanks everybody for watching today. Got my coffee cup. That's Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living this morning. If you haven't checked out her channel, she will be live tomorrow morning. Let's see who we have in the house this morning. I got a new mouse on this laptop and I'm trying to figure out how to use it. Oh, by the way, Van Life Voyages is coming up next after me. Tanya will be live streaming at 9 o'clock Pacific time. First in the house, Traveling on Adventures, Earl and Terry. Good morning, good morning. Good to have you. I think they're back home right now on their home base. First channel member in the house is Naj. Good morning, Naj. Thanks for your support. Good morning. Good morning. Scrolling. There's Ava Potterfield and friends. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for sharing us out. Appreciate it, Ava. I always start my Monday mornings off with Ava Potterfield's on the TV. And Oki and I watch her live stream while we're drinking our morning coffee. Captain Jack is here. Good morning. Good morning. Ahoy and good morning, everyone, he says. Lorna's here. Good morning, Lorna. Good to have you. Scrolling. Look at that. We got She Devil Adventures here. Tommy's in the house. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it. If you see a drone, yep, I love my drones. I have 2 of them, actually. I've been flying now for, 3 years, I guess. And they're fun. I'm going to try to figure out how to live stream from a drone. Now, some of the DJI drones, you can actually put them up in the air and you can share a live stream. I'm working on researching that. I think I have to upgrade to a better drone in order to do that, but it looks like it would be fun for you guys to see if I could take the drone off and hover it and just look around, like, what back here we have Ragged Top Mountain right here. I can put the drone up and just look around the neighborhood, fly around a little bit. That would be cool to show you guys. RVing with G is here. Good morning. Good morning. G, I lost track of you. Where are you at? Are you still in Quartzsite or have you moved on? Catherine Cook is here. Good morning. It's Monday. It's laundry day. Laundry day in our house too, and Oki's working on that. It is spring in Snowflake, Arizona. Speaking of spring, let's see what the weather is here. Hey Siri, what's the weather here today?
Should be sunny today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 96 degrees, with overnight lows around 60.
It's only going to be 96 today. It was in the upper 50s this morning. Little warm. TGIF is here. Good morning, Bree. Good to have you. Crafty Travelers in the house, another channel member. Crafty Travelers dropping videos. I need to go and check her channel and get caught up because I missed a couple of them, but she's doing a lot of traveling and sharing videos along the way. So, you grew up hearing and believing Monday is wash day. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, it's not too hot. It's only 96 for a high today. So I'll be kicking on the air conditioning here in a little while, probably around noon. Yeah, that's a good question. Mobank's been doing some Waterfall Wednesdays on his travels. Ava's checking in. Hope you're all doing great. We're doing well here. Van Dam State Park. Oh, I'll bet that's a beautiful place. Weekend gets in the way, huh? Yeah, I hear that. 2 years of Waterfall Wednesday. Yeah, check out TGIF if you haven't been over to Bree's channel. She dropped a new video down there, and it's always fun. She always does fun videos. Look for rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes are hard to see with the drone because typically I like to be at least rooftop level, and unless it's laying out in the road, I could possibly see it there. There, we got some ideas here. So do a drone shot in the air with your other drone in the air. I've done that actually, Captain Jack. I put the Mavic 1 up in the air and then put the Mavic 2 up in the air. I flew the Mavic 1 with Oki's phone and then the Mavic 2 with mine. It's not easy getting them, at the same level because they kind of float around, and then you've got to get them turned so they're looking at each other, but it is possible. Lonnie says it's 78 in Willits, California. It's going to be for a high. Well, that's perfect right now. 81 where Catherine and Homer are. And there's Ava working again, editing and listening. I'll tell you what, she does so much on YouTube, she has to keep a schedule of all her videos and her channels and when she's posting. She's got to be the hardest working YouTuber I know. Well, let's see what else we got. So Van Life Voyages is coming up, and I pinned Tanya's link in the top of the chat. So we'll do a raid over there at 9 o'clock. Just want to thank all my channel members and all you folks who subscribe to the channel and everybody who shows up here to watch on Monday morning and chat. Roy and Becky are resuming their live streams. They lost a fur baby recently, and so they took last week off, and they'll be resuming their live streams this morning at 10 o'clock. So we'll be sure to check them out. Yeah, last Monday, I mentioned to you guys that our daughter was applying for a new position at the school that she works at. She works at the local elementary school. And so she came over and we did some practice interviews, questions, and she did really well. And she went in there and was interviewed on Friday morning at 7:30. And then she competed against 4 other people, and she was actually selected for the position of secretary at Marana Middle School. So we were really happy to hear that. This is a full-time position for her. She'll be the school secretary, so she keeps the calendar for the leadership there at the school, and then kind of runs the office there, kind of an office manager type setup. So again, it's a full-time position with benefits, so we're real happy for her. Yeah, it is, Lorna, huh? We all know that. It's no fun. No fun. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Lily T is here. Good morning. Good morning. Her and Pippi are eating breakfast. So I'm going to eat probably while we're watching Tanya coming up. So what else is going on? This is National Park Week. And then did you guys hear that they had free entry for all national parks, or at least most of them? There's like 400 national parks in the States here. They had free entry for national parks on Saturday. And we didn't go anywhere, but a lot of people did. And that's good. Yeah, elementary school. I'm being corrected. Yeah. Oki says she got a position at the elementary school, not the middle school. So a correction on that. All right. What else we got? Weather check. Oh, yeah. I got some cactus blooms here. We have a lot of cactus blooms here in the desert. So let me share one of those with you. Let me take that comment off of there. These are hedgehog cactus that have beautiful flowers on them. They only bloom once in the spring, and they only last for about a week or so. And these things are popping up all over the place. This is one that's in our yard right here. Just vibrant red and pink colors. There's another one. And then I showed these before, but we have these guys are gone, these lupins. They're pretty well done now. These are mother-in-law. They're pretty well done. The Texas laurels are done. Fitzsimmons are still blooming out here, and the hummingbirds love those. And then the saguaros are starting to bud out, which is too early, earlier than normal. But this is last year's photo here of a saguaro blooming. So those will be coming up here real soon. So it's nice to see cactus blooms coming out. I shared this before. This was an awesome rainbow that we had. Boy, we could use some more of that rain. It's really, really dry. In fact, the humidity gets so low here that you have to watch, even when it's cool, you have to watch your water intake here. You got to keep taking the water in because you can dry out really quickly. All right, here's Ava Potterfield's in the house, so I want to play this pond video for her. She enjoys this one, so this is 39 seconds. Let's watch fish in the pond, and this is taken with a GoPro underwater. All right. Good, Ava, you saw that. That's good. I need to, I cracked the lens on my GoPro. I have a Hero 7 GoPro. Cracked the lens on it, so I hesitate to put it back under there and take video with it because I'm afraid it'll suck up water and not work anymore. So one of these days I need to upgrade that GoPro. There's Hawkins Family Adventures. Good morning, Sandra. Need to upgrade that GoPro and do that again because we've got a bunch of different fish in there. Lily's saying good morning. We have twin sisters in here today. Glad you're both here. Yep, that's good. That's good. Looks like we're both having the Arizona tea. This is actually coffee in Grandma Kelly's cup, which is green. That's why it shows up in the background. But Grandma Kelly's Clean Life, Clean Living. She did a live stream last night of campfire in her yard. And then she does one on Tuesday morning, which is always interesting. Here listening and working on some issues with one of my accounts. So Earl and Terry need watch hours. So if anyone can help them out, they're getting really close to being monetized and they have these subscribers they need. They just need the watch hours. And I think they're getting very close, very close. So check out Traveling on Adventures. And that's exactly what they do. They are full-time nomads traveling around, going from place to place. And we got a chance to meet them down here in Quartzsite. There she is. There's Rose. Oh, under 100 hours. Oh, we can do that. We can do that. We can help. Lordy day. Sorry I'm so late. That's okay, Rose. Good to have you. Good to have you. Here come the links. Here come the links. Rose will be dropping links. There's Tina. Tina the Outsider is here. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Captain Jack. Yeah, Captain Jack does live streams quite often during the week. And so I catch those when I can. Always an interesting conversation. And he actually does giveaways. He buys lottery scratch-off tickets and then gives them away during his live stream. So always interesting to see who wins. And sometimes no one wins, but quite often people win on Captain Jack's lives. Yeah, the colors get washed out on the green screen exactly because it is green. So yeah, Roy's up. Good morning. Good morning. Roy and Becky's Travels will be live here at 10 o'clock. Joy is here. Smoky Mountains Blessed. Listening and multitasking. Good to have you. Watching their live stream up there. They walk around at car shows, which is always interesting. And Pigeon Forge, I think, is where they were at last time. Saying a blanket hello to everyone. There's Roy and Becky's link. All right, Tanya's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Hope Derek's doing well. I am really dry this morning, and I've been pounding the water, but hopefully it catches up. There's Van Life Voyages link. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to get close to that, Roy. I think the weather says 96 here. So I've got a window air conditioner, a 5,000 BTU air conditioner in this window in this office right here, and I'm running it off of solar. I've been slowly building the system over the last couple years with solar panels. I bought used solar panels from Santan Solar. I have 6 panels out there. And since they're used, they only put out about half of what they're rated for, but it's enough, and they're cheap panels. And then I've been buying lithium batteries, and then I put a inverter in there. Then I put a cord from the garage in here to the office, and then I plug the air conditioner in there. And last night yesterday I ran it from noon until 8:30 p.m. last night. So that was all on solar power, solar and batteries. So pretty cool to be able to do that. 99, right? They always undercut those anyway. So they tell you 99, but it'll be 103. All right, Hawkins Family Adventures. Sandra does AA meetings, and she's been doing them for a while, reading out of the book. And I know that she's helped a lot of folks. She runs a live stream where you can just come in and listen. You don't have to be in the chat. And I think she's helped a lot of folks out with her AA live stream. So her last one, last Tuesday, AA will be on Saturday. So she's doing one on Saturday. There's Crafty Travelers link right there. Everybody's saying hello. Rose is dropping links. There's She Devil's link. What else we got going on? Cactus blooms. I went out to the Silver Bell Cemetery. It's out west of us here, a few miles, and I'm working on a video for that. In doing some research, this is an old cemetery that dates back to the 1800s when the town of Silver Bell was out there, and the town supported the mine. You've got people working in the mine, they have to have a place to live, and so they lived in the town of Silver Bell. Well, every town has a cemetery. Silver Bell is long gone, but the cemetery is there, and it's on BLM land. And doing research on it over the last couple weeks, I've been trying to nail down how many people are out there, because when you see the video, you'll see that there aren't any names, or at least very few names, on the graves. And a lot of those people passed away, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They didn't put names on the graves back then, probably because they didn't have a gravestone, a mason out there maybe. There's only one out there from Mary O'Toole that has a name on it. The rest of them are nameless. So walking around there, it makes me wonder, who's out there, what they did, what caused them to pass away. And so I did find some information online about the people. Now there's a mixture of information, different estimates on how many people are buried out there. I got everything from 61 to 118. But I have a list that somebody put together of people that were buried out there and what they were cause of death. But I did find 13 babies that are buried. They had issues with pneumonia, tuberculosis, a lot of unknowns. But I think it's always interesting to explore these old cemeteries and try to learn, what we can. Some of them, the stillborn babies, there were premature babies, there was cholera, a lot of stillborn births out there for little ones. And it makes you wonder what causes that. Now, it was a pretty rough life back then. Can you imagine working in a mine and supporting that? There were some accidents. People died from mine accidents, and the food that they had to eat. If you remember, back then there were no refrigerators like we have now, so you had to make your food and eat it. You couldn't keep it. And sometimes that caused issues, if your food spoiled. A lot of canned food, they ate a lot of canned food back in the early 1900s because there was no refrigeration. And so it makes you wonder what it was like to live back then. Yeah, cemetery on BLM land. Yeah, you can actually boondock out there. Oh, here comes Lucas. Lucas wants to say hi. Good morning, Lucas. Mama playing with you, huh? You're all dusty. You're all dusty, Lucas. Yeah. You being a good boy today, huh? Yeah. Mama got you wore out. Yeah. There you go. There's Lucas. All right. Thank you. Lucas says hi. Yeah, it is a neat little cemetery. The issue is you don't really know how many people are buried out there because they're in some areas there's just a pile of rocks and there's nothing else. There are a lot of wooden crosses out there, just a plain wooden cross. And so I walk around when I'm out there and I stand up the wooden crosses. I'm not so sure I would boondock there, though, Rose. You might be talking to a few people at night. You guys believe in spirits? We do. When you pass away, you're going to be sticking around. Now, where you go when you pass on to the next world or whatever you want to call it, do you hang around the cemetery or do you move on to visit relatives? What happens to us after we pass on? But I think that every time I walk into the cemetery, I always talk to the spirits there. I always say, hey, I'm just here to document, to walk around, to straighten up, you know, um, crosses and things like that. And I'm always respectful when I go in there. So this is on BLM land. There are people that watch what's going on out there and make sure that no one is desecrating anything. But anyway, watch for that video. It'll be coming out. I put the drone up and flew around it a little bit too and walked around it. I know, Sandra, a lot of people don't. One thing that I always try to do is carry a little salt in my pocket. So that just tells them, um, hey, I'm here to visit, but I don't want you coming home with me. Lynn the Okie is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good to have you. Now, I didn't post this on Facebook this morning. I understand you can't stream with Facebook anymore. So I did not post the link. So hopefully everybody on Facebook is over here. Yeah, there's Lucas. There's Lucas. All right. Lily's got to take off. You have a great day and give Pippi a hug for us. Lily did a short on Pippi. I guess Pippi is like 51 pounds now. She's growing like crazy, and she's a beautiful pup. I know, Roy. It's kind of weird, huh? You you think what it would be like to live back then? Well, life would be simpler, right? Back then, horseback, wagons. So what they did out there in the Silver Bell mine was a lot of the early days, they would hand dig ore and then they would load the ore on wagons and they actually transported a lot of the ore down to Yuma where they had a place to process it. Can you imagine a wagon train from up here all the way down to Yuma? That's a lot of work. Eventually, they did put in a smelter up at Sasco, and I know Roy has been there, and a lot of folks that attend the Ironwood meetup, I show them Sasco ruins up there, which is an old smelter that processed ore from Silver Bell, and there were a number of other mines up there, B&K mine, Ajax mine, 2 or 3, actually 4 different mines up in the Silver Bell Mountains, which is just over here to to the south of Ragged Top. And they're actually still, it's a copper mine. They're still mining out there. And so I popped the drone up and looked down into the pit while I was out there at the cemetery. It's right across the road, just, a half a mile from the cemetery as the crow flies. And it was interesting to see what was going on. Not terribly busy. They had one ore truck running around and a shovel working. So it's not a big operation, but we see 18-wheelers coming out of there going down Aver Valley Road, loaded up with the copper ingots that they have mined out of there. So they're still taking copper out. There's Lynn the Okies channel. Thank you, Rose. Yep, we do too. Oki's father was a medium, and he passed on a number of years ago, but he was a medium, and so, I was skeptical for many years early in our marriage, and once I married into the family and was immersed in Okinawan culture, I definitely believe in spirits too. I'd probably hang around NASCAR tracks and pizza joints. That was an interesting weekend of racing. I missed Saturday's racing, but I watched a race yesterday. It was very interesting. I'm getting back into NASCAR a little bit since Roy gave me a link. I can watch it on the laptop now. So there's Tina's channel. Oh, you did post it to Facebook. Okay. Because didn't we hear that it was the 24th was the last day? I bind the spirits. They're not people who passed away. They are demons, familiar spirits, as evil spirits that follow people prior to death and impersonate, according to the Bible. Yeah. No, you never do that. You visit and just announce yourself when you come in, say, I'm not here to bother anyone. I'm just here to visit and then be respectful. So I think they know me out there. There's Steve and Tina. Watched their live yesterday. They actually did a walking live stream yesterday, walking around on beautiful day they had up there in BC, and they were walking around some docks, showing us around where they live. It was very nice live stream. Okay, so they've cut it off today. No live streaming on Facebook. I wonder why they did that. Yep, she's doing well. Oki is doing just fine. We don't know what happened to the kidney stone. I didn't hear a ping or anything like that. And we don't know if she passed it or not, but she's back to normal. And here comes Lucas again for another entrance. Hi. Yeah. You need some more loving? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mama's working you. Mama's working you a little bit today. Yeah. So in order for him to stay out of trouble, which trouble for him is like digging holes in the yard, we have a chucker stick and a ball, and we run him pretty hard around the neighborhood or around the property here. So we wear him out, and that keeps him out of trouble. But anyway, Lynn, Oki's doing well, back healthy again, and is tending her plants around the property here. So it's nice to see the trees. All the trees are leafing out. The mesquite trees have new leaves on them, and it's just beautiful right now. All right. Sandra's taken off, and I think I heard Sandra had a new job she was starting. Is that right? There's Steve and Tina. Thank you, Rose. There's Steve and Tina's channel. Yeah, cemeteries are very peaceful places, and I believe in spirits, Ava says. Yep. War cemeteries, yeah. Remember, right? Yep, she's doing well. Thanks, Lorna. She's doing well. She's doing well. Yeah, we're still working with him. You know, he was a rescue, and he's doing much better with people. He was very scared of people and scared of other dogs. He was on the east side of Tucson. They picked him up off the streets. We found him, or he found us at the Humane Society, and that was over a year ago, year and a half ago. And so we've been working with him, getting him used to people. Now, when people come in to visit us, he'll bark like most dogs do. But once we introduce him to the visitors, then he's fine, and he's fine with people. He loves our grandkids when they come over. He likes to play with them, so he's doing well. Now, other dogs, he's still, we're afraid to push that too much. We don't want to force him on other dogs because you can end up with a pretty severe vet bill, and we don't want to do that to anybody else's dog or experience that with Lucas. So, but he is a good boy. There's Naj saying hello. Naj is coming in from Florida. Oh yeah, Jasper is the dog that Roy and Becky lost. I think it just takes time. It takes time. Now we had two dogs. We had Duke, which was our chocolate lab, and then we had Maggie, which is a Cairn Terrier. And Maggie passed. She was 16 years old, and Duke was not the same after that. Maggie was always the alpha dog. She was the boss. Even when they went out the door, to go out and go potty, Duke would wait for Maggie to go out first. She was always the one to go out first, and he would follow her around the yard. And they were tag teaming, digging holes and going after ground squirrels. They were bonded pretty tightly. Like I said, Maggie passed at 16. Duke was gone just a few months later, but we could definitely tell that he missed Maggie, and he really wasn't the same. They were both, older dogs. He was 14 when he passed, and like I said, Maggie was 16. So I think they do grieve. They do grieve on whether, whether Jasper. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Moose comes out of it. Maybe maybe gets Moose out for some walks or something, get his mind off of it a little bit. Maybe I think you said he doesn't care for car riding, but maybe getting him out for a walk or something new and fresh, to take his mind off of it might help. Yeah, another dog friend. I think they're trying to size, but that is definitely a good suggestion, Joy. Oh, the spirit of the original owner of this truck came by 2 nights ago. So Captain Jack had a visit. Seems I've received approval. Very good. Very good. So I don't know the story there, but Captain Jack, got a new to him truck, evidently the previous owner has passed away and stopped by. That's good. That's good. I believe that definitely happens. And if you're receptive to that, you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention, but people will talk to you that way. Oh, Lorna thinks they do grieve. Yeah, we think so too, Lorna. Maybe the miles per hour, miles per gallon will improve now, huh? Well, at least it's not going to bend in half, right, Jack? That last truck that Captain Jack had was pretty rusty and it was bending in the middle. Thank you, Rose. Appreciate that. Is that question for Roy and Becky? Yeah, Roy is asking for input on helping his dog Moose, their dog Moose, who seems to be grieving. Moose is having a rough time after losing Jasper, which is the dog that just recently passed away. And he's looking for suggestions to cheer up a grieving dog. So if anyone has any ideas, I think taking him out, somewhere fresh and new, maybe just a walk or to the park there in Quartzsite, something like that, maybe. Joy thinks maybe lots of love and consider getting another dog. That might help. Yeah, they have a girl dog there too, yeah. And she seems to be okay. Lula seems to be doing okay, right, Roy? So traveling on adventures, Earl and Terry had a dog named Bear. Yeah, Lulu, that's right. Lulu is the female dog that Roy and Becky have. They were really close. Over time, he got better. It just takes time, right? Stones are no fun, right? Ugh, I know. And as husbands, our job is to fix things, right? When our spouses need something fixed or need some help with something, that's our job. We fix things. But when you have something like a medical issue, it's very frustrating when all you can do is, you know, is sit and watch and try to comfort as much as you can, but it was no fun for me to watch her go through that. And she described it as the pain worse than childbirth. I would not want to go through that. So, but a lot of people do. His appetite's okay. Lays around now and has a sad look to him. Maybe try to get him out a little more. I'm not sure what else to do, but hopefully he'll get over it. I want to show you guys a quick drone video here while I go get some more water. Here's a drone video of the Rockland Hotel. Roy's been up there. Roy and Becky have been up there, but this is up north in the Sasko area that I was telling you about before. Let me take this off. Back to this. Here's a 2-minute drone video. I'll be right back. So that's the Rockland Hotel, which is up at the Sasko Ruins area I told you about earlier. It was actually a hotel. They made, they hand built it out of rocks that were in the area, mortared everything together. Very interesting. I love the history like that, to walk around these places. Oh, nice hat. Thank you. Where did I get the hat? I actually found this at a secondhand store down in Tucson. I've had this hat it's a felt hat. I've had it for probably 20 years, maybe longer. It's very comfortable. Yeah, Steve has a drone too, and I think Steve and Tina's son fly it sometimes too. But yeah, it's really cool. I use Epidemic Sound. I do, and that's mostly the music I use. Now the drone that I have is a DJI. This is what they call a Mavic 2. It's a 4K, has a 4K camera on it. That little camera right there is a 4K camera. And it's got a gimbal, that just moves around as you're flying. That camera just stays level while you're flying. And it takes some practice. And if you go out and you buy a drone, the cheap drones don't have GPS. The better drones, like this Mini 2, have GPS, internal GPS on them, and that's what helps them to stay level. So if you buy a cheap drone, a lot of times they'll take off on you. You have to hold the controls to keep it in place. But with these DJIs and the modern drones with GPS, they'll actually stay in place and you can go walk around and they'll just stay and hover there until you tell it to move. So I just love these things. Now it takes some time to learn the controls on, how to turn them, how to go forward, of course, go backwards, go up and go down. And when you're filming with a camera, just like with a cell phone, you can be real jerky, and that's not a very pleasant experience for people watching. So you have to learn how to be very gentle in your turns, and you can do what's called 2-stick maneuvers, 3-stick maneuvers, where you may be going sideways at the same time as you're backing up, all things like that make interesting shots with drones. That's what's fun to learn. It takes time. I've been doing it for 3 years now. That's the battery in the back. It's a lithium battery. This is a new one I bought in February. The other ones I wore out. And then it's got an SD card right here. Where's my finger? It's got a little SD card in there that records your video, and that's what I pull out to put on the laptop. But pretty neat technology. This is about a $600 drone when I bought it. You can pay thousands of dollars for them, but when you're watching video on YouTube, most of the time you're not going to get any better than 4K, and your phone is not going to see much better than that. So this has worked really well. I've got a lot of hours on this, but it still flies. And the interesting thing about these motors here, so you've got a motor on each. These are brushless motors, so they don't wear out. It's a magnetic motor, no brushes in it, and And these, of course, these propellers turn. Every once in a while I hit something. You can see that one is nicked up a little bit. I hit a tree branch or something and nick these up. You can replace these propellers on these things. They're not too expensive, but it's a really neat hobby to get into. You do have to be careful though, because if you have a monetized channel and you use drone video on your channel, you have to have a commercial pilot's license. They call it a Part 107 license in order to legally share your video on a monetized channel. You have to have a commercial license, because what you're doing is you're basically advancing your business, right? I make, $40 or $50 a month on my channel. And if I put drone video on there, I'm advancing my business, and you have to be a commercial pilot. Plus, you have to register your drone with the FAA. So the Pilot Institute helped me learn a lot about flying drones, all the requirements on flying drones, and whether I needed to get licensed or not. Now, if you have one of these smaller drones and you just fly recreationally, you don't share on your channel, you don't need a commercial license. You just need a trust certificate, which is just a basic test that teaches you how high you can fly, whether you can fly at airports or not, and how to stay out of trouble. So anyway, just a real quick review of drones and how that works on YouTube channels. So we're coming up on 60 minutes now. So we'll be going over to see Tanya at Van Life Voyages. She'll be coming up here live. In fact, she's probably live right now. So anybody that wants to go over there, say hi. We'll do a raid. 1,200 nautical miles is probably too far. I would say that would be a little bit too far. All right. Thank you, Earl and Terry, for popping in. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch them on Friday night. Be sure to help Traveling on Adventures get their last 100 hours if you can. Lorna's taken off. Thank you, Lorna, for coming in. Oh, there's your hover cam. John P. Adventures is here. Hello, hello. Good to have you. All right, I'm going to run a couple videos for my outros. Thanks to everybody for coming in today. I hope you have a great Monday. Putting the hover cam to the test. Oh, I think I saw that. Yep, I think I saw that. Have a great day, everyone. We will see you next time on Desert Adventures in Arizona. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I appreciate your support.
take it out, for I'm dead and gone. Oh, I'm so